Do you really think that doing all of those bad habits, eating that junk food, playing video games, watching porn is not gonna make you feel like a loser? Of course it is. Jeffrey is the stereotypical young man. Do you think he likes his life? Do you think he's happy? Do you think his life is filled with loving relationships and beautiful friendships? Or is he lonely? Does he spend most of his time playing video games, sinking deeper and deeper into the virtual world because his real life isn't that great? It all started going downhill in high school for Jeffrey. Even when he had deadlines, he would procrastinate. He'd come back home from school and he'd waste every evening on instant gratification activities. Instant gratification activities are kind of like the habits that are really fun and pleasurable right now, but they make your life worse in the long run. If Jeffrey sets goals, his life would be so different right now. In this video, let's make sure that your life doesn't end up just like Jeffrey, and instead, you may end up just like Adonis. Adonis is an incredibly masculine man. Do you know what that means? That means that he focuses on the mission, the objective, the challenge, the goal. Adonis sets goals and he ruthlessly focuses. He dedicates his day, his entire life to achieving his meaningful goals. Just look at that list of accomplishments. Wouldn't you love to have a life like Adonis? With everyone looking up at you like you're the tribe leader. So much confidence and respect in yourself. And it all comes from goal setting. I wasn't going to speak about this in this video, but something just clicked in my brain. I just visualized myself with the video games that I used to play when I was younger. And there was one game in particular, RuneScape. And what I would do, I would set goals and make progress to them. I wanted to get 99 cooking because the cape looked kind of nice. I would set these goals and literally every single day come back from school, like obsessing over these goals. I had that desire to set goals and make progress, and it was manipulated, it was stolen from me and put into video games. This is why I personally say like video games are like insanely bad for young men. You have inside of you this desire to compete, to make progress, to achieve goals, and video games take all of those desires away from you so that you can't really work that hard in real life, and instead you grind, you actually work hard in video games. How weird is that we spent so long making money in games instead of making money in real life? What video games do incredibly well is they hijack the masculine desire to achieve goals. The masculine energy, this is fascinating. I know you click on this video to like learn about goal setting, so why am I talking about this? Trust me when I say, when something clicks what I'm about to say, you'll be like, holy You've always heard, okay, masculine, feminine, and when you think of masculine, you probably think of like, oh, big, muscular guy, and when you think of feminine, you probably think like, oh, a weak woman or something. But the energy of the feminine and the energy of the masculine go a lot more complex than that, and it really can be reflected in the way that we have sex. For men, for the masculine, the energy is all about the mission, the goal. It's all about making progress. It's all about the search of freedom from constraints. For the feminine, it's the opposite. It's not about achieving freedom, it's about achieving fulfillment. The feminine wants to be filled with love, laughter, joy, creativity. You have inside of you this natural desire to feel progress. And if you have not been constantly setting and achieving goals, you will have some kind of ill feeling, some kind of negative feeling inside of you. And when you set some meaningful goals, I promise you, you will feel the best you have ever felt. You can probably think back to times where you had like a clear goal in mind. You wanted to like achieve this grade, or you wanted to do this or this, and you were making progress. You know, you were doing the right things to achieve that goal. All of your life seems to align. It feels so awesome being like that. Over the last month, I've really obsessed over my goals. I've read multiple books on them. I've spent maybe 15 hours like really thinking about it and, you know, journaling it, just looking at like my goal page. I'll share my goal page with you as well. And this is like the best my life has ever been. This is the happiest, most fulfilled I have ever been. This is the most masculine I've ever been in my life. So let's set some goals together. First, we'll do it like whilst watching this video, and then I have linked in the description. Just don't go there right now. Just keep like giving me, come on, bro. Everyone's attention span's so fried. I've just said like, oh yeah, something's in the description, and like you is like, you've been like reading the comments right now. You need more dopamine and all this, bro. Cringe, man. Give me your full focus for like 5 minutes, and then okay, go and download the thing that I'm about to tell you about, right? But first, we need to really clarify, okay, what is goals and what type of goals you should actually set, like the kinds of goals that are meaningful, that will actually get you taking action and like achieving something that's worthwhile with big enough rewards. We need to first go through some very important mindsets, and I understand that this part isn't sexy. Like, you want me to just quickly say, okay, write this goal down. I promise you, if you take some time, just a few minutes to be introspective here, your life will never be the same again. It's so important that before you you do any kind of goal setting or any kind of like self-improvement task, you always just ask yourself, what mindset, what mentality should I have that will help me navigate this in the most effective way? For goal setting, always keep in mind there is magic in thinking big. Right now, if we do not implement a really good mindset for you, you're going to set some pathetic level goals that you won't even want to achieve that much, because even if you did put in the work and achieve the goals that you were going to set naturally, the reward of them wouldn't be that great because your goals wouldn't be that big. Goal setting is only worth it if you set like a big goal to the point that people are criticizing you for it, a big goal to the point that people think like you're crazy for it, that you're like ignorant, arrogant. The best insult that you can get, like the insult I always hope to get when I tell people about my goals, they say it's unrealistic, they say it's impossible. Nope, like it logistically doesn't make sense. Nope, no, I'm not being mean to you, Hamza. It's just impossible to do that. I hope people say that when I tell them my goals. My goal is 100 million subscribers in 3 years. I want people to criticize me. I want people to like say, oh no, I'm crazy, it'd be impossible. I want them to say all that shit. Your goal needs to be big, bigger than what you're comfortable with right now. For example, one of the first goals that I set when I started this channel and started this entire business was £500 a month, and I set that for December 2020. In December 2020, I made 690. So I achieved the goal. I even went past it. When I look back now, I'm just like, bro, why did I set that smaller goal? The beauty with setting a goal that's bigger, that's more ambitious than your original thought, is that you automatically just end up achieving the harder goal anyway. When you've set that big goal, the reward is obviously higher. When the reward is higher, that's when you actually seem to get such a huge burst of motivation. That's when you get that discipline. That's when you want to burst out of bed to go work on your goals. If you set a small goal like most people do, you will never get that feeling. If you set that goal to get like, oh, like I don't really care about money that much, so you know, I'd like to make $2,000 a month, that'd be more than enough for me. That's not like a magically enticing level. You're not gonna burst out of bed for that. The goal that I tell every entrepreneur that I speak to is $10,000 a month. That's a very good number. That's like a life-changing number. If you achieve $10,000 a month, your life would change forever, wouldn't it? That is motivating. That is inspiring. That will get like your neurons frying with like coming up with new ideas. So as we go on and set our goals, you got to make sure that you set some big goals. Now on this video is my goals page, and I've linked a copy of this in the description, which you can just duplicate. This is for my work goals, and I have a page like this for different areas of life, like fitness. You can copy the exact template and just kind of like change the details. So whilst one of my goals is based on subscribers or view counts, you might not be a YouTuber, so you could change that to like reaching a promotion or achieving a certain grade. Once you've laid it out like this, like what you want to achieve in a couple of years, what you want to achieve next year, what you want to achieve this year, this quarter, this month, this week, spend like an hour, 2 hours really being introspective and thinking, okay, what do you want to achieve? Imagine you had no limitations. Imagine what you wrote down you will achieve. What do you truly want? How much money do you want? Have you ever even thought about this? Write these down, and here is the most important part of this video. Obsess over them. Make this page your homepage on Google Chrome. Take a screenshot and set it as a wallpaper on your phone. I literally start my computer in my morning routine. I eat my breakfast literally just looking at my goal page. I must have read it like 100 times. I just look at it, I just reread it, and it's like my brain just processes more and more ideas. I guarantee that if you follow this process, and especially if you just obsess over that goal, you put in some action into this, you'll automatically start making great progress to it. Click on this video to get more motivation for goal setting. Scroll down right now and click on the subscribe button underneath this video. Do the hard work, especially when you don't feel like it. Mwah.